So, like I was saying, everything happens for a reason. And the reason that, you know, you're stressed, the reason that you're feeling like your life is just at a standstill, that you're stuck in certain situations, is because you don't allow yourself to think freely. You don't allow yourself to think beyond your limitations. You don't allow yourself to think that you can go above and beyond what you're used to. You don't allow yourself to think that you are going to be the person to change the world, or be the person to change somebody else's life. So I'm saying all this because sometimes we feel like we're stuck. We're stuck in a situation where we don't want to change. We are so complacent, so, persistent that this is it. This is how it's going to be. This is where it's going to be at. And nothing's going to change. You don't want it to change. You're struggling with focusing on you. You're struggling with, trying to figure out what you want to do in life. You're struggling with trying to figure out why you're feeling so unhappy. Deep down inside, you put everybody else first. You put your family first. You put your friends first. You put your job first. But at the end of the day, are you thinking about yourself? Are you putting yourself first? Are you actually spending time with yourself? Are you developing that self-love? Because deep down inside, if you don't have that sense of happiness, that sense of satisfaction in your life, you're still living in a stuckful situation. You're still stuck, and you're still not understanding that you matter. You matter no matter what you go through, no matter how many people you come in contact with. If you're not happy, you are not happy. You will always look at your life as if, I wish I would have did something different, but I didn't, because I was either scared, I was stuck, I was confused, I was depressed, and I couldn't get out. You have to be willing to get out of your circumstances and your situations. You have to be willing to override. You have to be willing to overcome those circumstances, those barriers, those things that hinder you from moving forward, sis. If you don't take control of your mindset, if you don't detox your mindset, you will never master your journey. You will never master, transforming into the person that you really, really ultimately want to become. And I have been there. I have been so down where I didn't even know who I was. I would look in the mirror and say, who are you? Who is this woman that you act like you are? Like, no, it does not work like that. If you feel stuck, allow somebody to help you. Allow someone to, guide you, coach you, be there for you, because everyone needs somebody. I knew I needed somebody, but it took me till now to figure out that I really needed help. I really needed help, but I didn't want counseling. I didn't want a therapist to tell me how I was feeling or dictate how I felt, because that's not what I wanted. I knew that's not what I felt. I did not feel crazy. I did not feel like I needed medication. That's not what I needed. Somebody. I needed somebody to talk to that actually understood me deep down inside, that understood, knew what I was saying, knew what I wanted in life. I needed that one-on-one guidance, that group, going to groups. I never been to AA. I never been to Narcotics Anonymous. I never been to any of that. But actually, I've been to women empowerment groups. I've been to support groups, as far as, emotional support, marriage support. I've been to those type of groups because I feel like even with AA, Narcotic Anonymous, all those groups, I feel like every group that you go to has a significant meaning. AA, Narcotics Anonymous, all those groups, those groups help you get through your problem, get through your addiction, get through your situation. And if you attend those groups, that's because you want to change. You want that. You are yearning for that change. You are yearning for that opportunity to make your life better. Sometimes you get stuck in those groups, though. You get stuck because, you attend the group, but then after the group, do you have somebody that's holding you accountable? Do you have somebody that's aligning their purpose with your purpose and actually connecting with you, actually, getting you to do different activities, getting you to change your mindset, getting you to look at your life a lot differently? Are there people in those groups that actually help you get you to where you need to be? Like, you can attend as many groups like me. I was attending church, attending this, attending that. I went to church, but I felt like I wasn't going to church because I still felt so empty. I still felt sad. I still felt depressed. I still felt like I was missing something in my life. I still felt that sense of neglect. I still felt it. Like, I couldn't understand what was going on with me. I could not understand why I would go to work and just hated my job so much that I didn't want to be there. And not that I didn't love kids, or not that I didn't love people, not that I didn't love what I did. I just hated my job because I was unhappy with myself. I was so unhappy with myself. I could not figure out why I was so miserable. I would smile to keep from laughing. I would laugh to keep from crying. Like, I was just at a point in my life where I was stuck. I was confused. I was depressed. I was broken. I was down and out. I was literally at the bottom of the barrel. I keep saying that because you get in a dark space and it's hard to come out of. It's hard to come out of by yourself. But let me tell you, I was blessed because I literally came out of my dark hole on my own. I prayed my way out. I literally cried my way out until I couldn't cry anymore. And then I was like, you know what? It should not have to be like this. Women should not have to cry themselves to sleep. Women should not have to cry, looking in the mirror at themselves, telling them that your life is the worst. That you are not what you desired to be. It was just so bad. Like, I'm telling you, it could have been worse for me. But even the part about thinking about suicide, like, jumping was my favorite line. Like, Kaya, just jump. Go to the highest bridge, the mountain, anywhere you could find, the rocks, the roof. Jump. That was always my inner thought. And I was like, I can't do it. It was a part of me that always told me that I can't do it because I'm beyond my problems. I'm beyond my situation. My mind was telling me that. My conscious mind was like, okay, Kaya, you are more than that. You cannot do that. So, I would pray to God. I would yell at him, just saying that, why'd you do this to me? I thought you wouldn't. Like, I would blame him. But at the end of the day, you cannot blame your higher power or God or whoever, because, you go through situations because it makes you stronger. You go through situations to actually help somebody else, come out of something that they're going through. Because how are you able to help somebody else if you haven't been through something yourself? How can you actually say that, I'm helping people heal over here, but you never experienced anything to be healed from? Or somebody over here said, I'm helping people make $1,000 a week, but you don't even have $5 in your bank account. So you have to experience something to actually be able to help somebody. You have to experience something to be able to say, I've been there. I know what you're going through. I had a similar story. But let me tell you how to get out of it. Let me tell you that it's not bad. It's not as bad as you may think it is. You can get the help you need by empowerment, encouragement, motivation, determination, other women, like-minded women. So if you have a negative mindset and you're yearning to change, you're desiring to change it, you really want to change your mindset, you are going to put yourself in a position where you're sitting in front of like-minded people where their mindsets are oh, I'm about to start my business. Oh, I'm about to get me a better job. Oh, I'm about to make use of the job that I'm in and become a supervisor. I'm going to put in for that supervisor position. I don't even care if I don't qualify for it. They see my work here in this job. They see what I do. They see my integrity. They see my leadership skills. They see my development skills. They see everything, that qualifies me to be a supervisor. So I'm going to try to apply for that job. I'm going to speak it. I'm going to plant that seed because that seed is going to grow and manifest into me becoming a supervisor. For that mom that's having trouble with their kids, okay, my kid is in high school. My kid is in middle school. They having trouble with being bullied, or they're having trouble with, getting smart with the teacher all the time. Okay, I'm going to plant this seed. My kid, we're going to sit down and really dig deep on why they're bullying and why they're getting kicked out of class every third period. We're going to sit down and tackle those issues so that way it won't become a bigger issue. Because bigger issues lead to going to jail, going to juvie, going to, getting kicked out of school. Now you got to go to an alternative school. So things like that, as a mom, your improvement in the area is trying to handle your children, trying to figure out what your children need, trying to figure out why they need this and the route that you're going to take to make them better in school, make them better children, make them better students. So, if you haven't experienced, an issue with your child, you can't go help somebody else and say, I had this issue. I'm helping women out here whose kids are being are getting bullied or who kids are bullies and whose kids are getting kicked out third period or any class in that sense, but you don't even have children. So how can you help a mom that's having trouble with their children and you don't have children? Like, you can't even relate on that level. So you have to go through certain experiences. Like, so if you work with somebody who has children, maybe you're an aunt or uncle, or maybe you're an auntie who has nephews or nieces that are bullies, or that have been bullied, or that have been kicked out of third period, then you can relate. You can relate because your sister calls you and say, hey sis, I don't know what to do, man. These kids are out of control. They don't know how to sit still in class. I don't understand why they're being bullies. I don't understand it. Is it their self-esteem? Do they don't feel good about this? And then the sister can say, okay, sis, let's sit down with them to see what is the underlying issue. So therefore, your sister or your friend can help you because they have a niece or a nephew dealing with that issue. But my thing is, in order to be happy, in order for you to actually get it, you have to find an accountability buddy. You have to find somebody that you can relate to, that you can actually go on this new journey with. You cannot go on a new journey by yourself, because if you go on a new journey by yourself, you get lost. I'm going to tell you get lost. Because let me tell you, when I first started this new journey of trying to find my happiness, trying to find my purpose, trying to find out who I really was, trying to find out, who I'm becoming, trying to figure out why, this, why that, I got lost multiple times. I've got lost because I didn't have somebody to hold me accountable. I didn't have somebody to say, hey, we need to do it this way, or hey, we need to do it that way, or hey, I need you to do this, I need you to do that. I didn't have somebody in my corner telling me what I needed to do. I just figured oh, I'm going to do this. I feel this. But then I stray away from my journey because now I'm back to square one. I'm back to point A. So I just want you guys to be encouraged and to find your true happiness, to understand your journey. No one will understand your journey but you. So I am a speaker, a life coach, a life transformational coach, and an author. I'm Nakaya Tate from Nakaya Tate's Consulting LLC, and I am your queen coach, your transformational coach. And sis, let me tell you, evolve with the purpose, detoxing your mind, getting clarity on what is making you unhappy, getting clarity on changing your mindset, getting you clarity on what you would like to improve in your life is what I do. Help you get clarity on where you want to be in life, what you want to do in life, and where you want to be free in your mind. Mindset change. I work with women who suffer from being happy, suffer from, being satisfied, and suffer with self-love. They may experience self-esteem issues, confidence issues, depression. I was there. I was that woman who just felt like my life was beyond me, my control. And some things I could control, some things I couldn't. But at that moment, I did not understand. I did not know. I was confused. But now, I want you to find your happiness within yourself. Find out what you would like to ultimately improve in areas of your life. It may be finances. It may be your health. It may be your social life. It may be your personal development. It may be your career. Anything that you feel that you are unsatisfied with, unhappy with, we're going to work towards you feeling a little bit or a lot, a good bit, or even a small portion of your happiness. We're going to work towards you feeling that sense of happiness, that sense of satisfaction with the decisions that you make in your life. And with that self-love, because if you don't love yourself, how can you love something else? How can you love your job? How can you love, the things that you do if you don't even love yourself? You don't have to have a man to make you feel like you're worthy. You don't have to have a man to make you feel like your life has to matter or mean something. You have to empower yourself. You have to embrace who you are in order for a man to even love you. You have to love yourself. That was my issue too. I didn't love myself. I didn't know who I was. So how can I allow somebody else to love me? How can I allow somebody else to treat me like the queen that I know I am if I don't even love myself? It doesn't work like that. How can I allow somebody to love me the way I wanted to be loved when I don't even know how to be loved? How can I love somebody when I don't even love myself? How can I love somebody when I don't even know what love is? Love can make you or break you. Let it make you. Let it make you become a queen. You love yourself. I love me. I love me some me. That's your new status, boo. I love me some me. Yes. Everybody put that on their status. I love me some me. And see how far you go. But I want you to be encouraged. And I'm just excited, and I just hope you have a good day. Thank you again, and I hope you stick with me on this journey because I would like you to master your journey to success, and I would like you to master the 4 E's of life transformation so that you can live an ultimately beautiful life, live your best potential, and live your life like it's golden.